99, and it was labeled the most toxic place on the planet. And we got all the toxicology reports and everything else to prove everything your testimony and such. And it's just crazy what it is, because you're going against Monsanto knowing the solution now. And, government doesn't want to do that because that's a corporate sponsors and such.
Oh, absolutely, because we've given every person in the House representative, an opportunity to be a part of this documentary. We've emailed them, we've called them, and in my opinion, if they choose to ignore us, then basically they're turning their backs on the veterans, the people that serve this country. They're interested in what we're saying, but they're just not interested in getting involved, and to me, that's shameful, and that's something we're going to show. We want to get this project out there before the elections in November. Mike Rogers, who is the congressman in the district in Anniston, I think it's the 2nd district in Anniston, I could be wrong. The guy that's running against him is going to be in Alabama with us the entire time we're there, politicking, because that's how much he supports us and the Fort McClellan soldiers.
So hopefully this documentary, especially if they know you're going to be making a documentary, they're gonna, a lot of these congressmen and people in government, they're going to be sweating because you're going to open Pandora's box. But the thing is, you need to let them know that you're serious about getting yourself and all your fellow veterans compensation and all that.
I think there's going to be some people who say they're for the Fort McClellan veterans, but they want to be in the spotlight. They want all the glory. The McClellan Development Agency, which is now developing the old Fort McClellan, we're going to speak to them, and I'm sure they're going to have some stuff to say. And I can see in both places, in Anniston and Washington, D.C., there's going to be people that are going to be against us. I just don't know how far it's going to go.
Have you come up with a title for this movie?
Yes, it's called Toxic Service, The Soldier Story. Out of all the people from Fort McClellan that went through them as soldiers, I just happened to be the filmmaker out of the group. Honestly, this is a group effort. It took everybody that I've come in contact with, everybody that's contributed and called their congressmen, and people like yourself and Dennis and Sal that have that have worked hard to get the word out. And if it wasn't for those veterans, this documentary could never be made. And I thank them for helping me, because we all did this together, and I think it's a good thing.
And there you have it, folks. I mean, veterans being poisoned, and hopefully this documentary brings light to the whole public, especially the Congress, to, hey, get these guys what they deserve, the compensation, and most of all, help them and their families. And this is Dan Bedandi for the INFOWARS Nightly News.
Thank you for tuning into the show tonight. You can find these kind of reports, all of this hard-hitting news at prisonplanet.tv. Please consider becoming a member. We are running our July special for 6 more days. You can get a subscription to prisonplanet.tv for a fraction of the price. And as always, you can share your username and password with up to 11 people at the same time. That is 11 people getting access to all of this information that'll help fight the info war. And of course, you're supporting our operation. Thank you so much. We'll see you here Monday, 7 p.m. Central.
Tune in to prisonplanet.tv for an extended broadcast.
You've experienced and heard about the benefits of Super Male Vitality. Now, the new formula has arrived. Introducing the new Super Female Vitality. I have specifically designed this formula to help the body naturally regulate itself without the use of artificial hormones. Key ingredients chosen from the highest quality sources. Secure your Super Female Vitality today from our limited stock at InfoWarsLife.com.
What is suspicious activity? Well, in the UK, the definition is so broad, it includes politically incorrect journalists and health advocates. Closer to home, emergency workers here in the States are being trained via the FBI and DHS to look out for extremists. First responders are asked to evaluate whether an injury is a genuine accident or related to violent extremist activity. But the first responders aren't the only ones. We've given you reports of how vendors at sports venues are being trained via the TSA to spot what they deem as terror threats. This is the same TSA that views using pen and paper as potential terrorist activity. Out of the stadiums and into the streets, the Department of Justice is advocating that placing political bumper stickers on one's vehicle could be a red flag of terror. More than that, if the motorist knows their constitutional rights, the officer may consider calling for backup. If exercising your constitutional rights is considered anti-government, then wouldn't the government suppressing your rights be considered anti-civilian, anti-person, anti-human? And there are many more examples than we have time to go through, but you can find these and many more at INFOWARS.com.
Who was the first terrorist organization in the United States? Who? Founding Fathers. Founding Fathers. You mean Thomas Jefferson? Oh, yeah. You mean George Washington? Oh, yeah. Paul Revere? Yeah. These guys right here, let me ask you something. Did they try to scare people? Oh, yeah. They tried to intimidate the British. Did they use acts of violence? Your founding fathers, my founding fathers, were involved in acts of terrorism against British officials because they systematically had British officials assassinated.
Celebrate the spirit of freedom and liberty upon which our nation was founded at InfoWarsShop.com. Molon Lave is ancient Greek for come and take it. This popular design combines both classic Greek Spartan imagery with modern M16 assault rifles. Now available in women's tees and proudly made in the USA. And now you can protect yourself from corrupt cops with the InfoWars dash cam. It's your car's black box that records all that the driver sees and hears. And introducing the Block It Pocket. It renders your phone undetectable while protecting your private data and your health. Or take back your privacy and protect your personal information by getting your very own Detractor cell phone pouch. So get incredibly high-quality, freedom-based products and help fund the revolution at InfoWarsShop.com.
You are watching the InfoWars Nightly News, which airs 7 p.m. Central at InfoWarsNews.com. Members can share their passcodes with up to 11 other people, and your support is helping us defend liberty worldwide.